Greetings, ladies, gents, eyes, and all the in-betweens. I'm CrimsonSlave. I'm tired. I got through my first full shift in a while, and I need to sleep for work. I need to figure out a lot of crap for tomorrow. I just, I don't know. It's just been a weird day. Um, this week I think only has three real interesting events for the whole week, and the whole week for itself. Um, I beat Control suddenly. Like I honestly didn't think I was going to beat it. I started playing it earlier this week and I got further in it. But when I went to go back to play it to get a little further from where I currently was, I didn't expect to go through an interesting sequence and then basically keep going until the game ended. And that was interesting, super fun. I'm happy that I got it uploaded and I got it all without anything muted. Um, it was super fun, but I have finally been in control. Now, despite the fact that I've beaten it, there's more stuff to do. I know that there's New Game Plus. I also know that like there's two more missions after I beat the game that I can do because I have Control Ultimate. So there is more stuff for me to complete. So I'm looking forward to completely completing the game. That's one thing happened this week. There's that. Um, I kind of want to like lump everything that happened Friday together as a whole event. Well, Thursday into Friday, I guess. Um, how do I put this into words? So Friday, we're gonna lump it all together as one big day. I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep Thursday into Friday until I got back home. It was a little longer time than I wanted it to. Um, um, yeah. This whole not having a car thing is getting worse. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this week. Honestly, because this non-car thing really hard to deal with. So I kind of made a weird deal on inadvertently on Friday to make sure that Phoenix got to work. I agreed. I agreed in so many ways. I agreed in so many ways. And for taking Phoenix to work, I agreed to go to Maryland and pick up Growl at a place from a person's house that I don't think I ever wanted to see ever again in my entire life. Um, so that was a trying thing together. I essentially Thursday going into Friday, I had to take Phoenix to work at 2, and then I had to leave around 5 to go to Maryland to go get Growl originally. So I just kind of felt like 3 hours and an hour drive between it. There was no point in me sleeping because I figured that if I got there at the time that was requested of me between 6:30 and 7, then it wouldn't have been a big deal. I got there at 6:30. I actually got to Maryland a little earlier than I thought I was going to because like I was used to driving to Maryland the way that I used to go to Maryland when I still worked in Maryland. So I got to Maryland actually early. I had to wait until 6:30 to pick up Grail. To credit where it's due. After being awake for like 24 hours ish, around the time that I had to pick up girls at 6:30, I just wasn't focused on anything that wasn't sleeping. Girl was nice enough to offer me food, but like as I did today, when you like when you when you have an understanding of how your insomnia works how your body works. I know for a fact that like if I stay up past like 20 hours, the instant that like food enters my body after being awake for super long, my body is like, okay, food, shutting down, sleep. So despite the fact that I was offered food and breakfast, I couldn't accept it because it would have meant I would have went to sleep, and I needed to be awake because I ended up needing to take Grell from where she was and follow her to Annapolis. Sorry, follow her from Maryland to Annapolis, and that was interesting. It wasn't at all in my plans because it included me being in Maryland an extra hour, then driving from that location to Annapolis, and yeah, once once getting to Annapolis, I kind of had a plan of how what I was going to do, and that's kind of its own thing. But once Grell got her stuff figured out, she offered to drive home. I didn't want to drive home because I didn't want to sleep until I was home, so I just wanted to keep being awake to keep driving, which led to a weirdly quiet car ride because until whatever or if things ever get figured out, if I don't know anymore. Like we didn't talk from Annapolis all the way back to Delaware. Wasn't the most wasn't the best, but it certainly was interesting. Um, yeah, and that car ride was interesting. I listened to music, so it wasn't like horrible or grating. My only real complaint about the car ride is that Grell wanted to come home a way that I didn't want to come home. Because I wanted to come home a completely different way. Because I wanted to basically be able to have the option to stop places from the way that I knew going home. And she wanted to come back to home from Maryland a completely different way. And I don't know, she basically, I was going to go the way that I wanted to go. She basically said to not go that way. For some bizarre reason, I decided to listen to her. And it went the way that I didn't want to take, and got pseudo directions from there back to my house. And that was its own weird thing. And I kind of thought that after that, like 2 hours, hour and a half, whatever, how you look at the time period of it past being awake, that once I got home, that my day would end. Oh, I wish it ended then. It didn't because I got a phone call from my grandparents, and I had a weird last ditch effort to get a rental so I could go to work today on my own ability. I had some money, how I figured out, and that kind of just fell apart, I guess. Um, like I made a reservation last week. The reservation was different than it was now, so it just led to a conversation with someone else, and then it just inevitably fell through. And after it kind of fell through, I kind of just like realized that like I was kind of screwed for getting to work the rest of the week, but beyond Sunday, which is today, that I just needed a break. Being up like 26 hours because of the car ride, I just needed something else. Because, like, I got back here 9, 10 ish. Woke up the previous day around 6, so, like, it was just a long, bad day. But there was that. Friday was a really interesting ordeal. A little draining. just emotionally, in general, and just all the stuff that went into me leaving Thursday and coming back. So it was a weird journey. I don't know. But I know this. I'm going to have to push through and suffer to get through the rest of this week if I want to get everything else on track. And I just don't feel like being this person this week. Because it essentially means I have to walk 3 hours every morning and 3 hours after work, taking a bus, and it's just a lot to deal with. But if I want to survive next week and pay everything, it's kind of what I kind of stuck with. Oh, the second thing that happened this week. The last thing that happened this week, that I'm going to look at as a great thing, is my friend Strider got married. And I'm tired, so I can't put it in words. But Strider being married was super cool. It was more cool for me at least because Strider didn't just tell me that he got married. He contacted me, asked me what my email was. I basically gave him an email, and he tried to like send me some information. He couldn't find a good way to do it. He asked me about my email, so I gave him an email. I guess that didn't work. He asked me if I use Facebook. I don't. So he just like kept trying to like get me something. They didn't know what it was. So he inevitably gave me I think 6 or 8 one-minute clips of his proposal, like his vows, and it felt really reassuring actually because Strider could have just told me and Boots got married, but he went the extra mile to send me the entire thing in chunks so I could see the entire thing. And I think it's super cool. And it like gave me like a little bit of faith in the world, which I kind of needed this week. Cause I kind of feel this week more than anything else, with everything on my plate at the moment, that it just how do I put this? With everything on my plate at the moment, it just feels interesting to have someone go through extra effort to help me. Because I just feel with how everything's going wrong right now, that knowing that someone cares enough to just randomly talk to me and just send me information and not just be like, hey, I got married, like go through the effort of making sure that I see it, just felt so interesting and just felt so good. I don't know. I don't know. Like, this week's been weird, and I would say it slides into the bad category, except for the Strider getting married part. Super happy for him, but my week in my life is super uncertain. And, like, all week things are going weird. Roe versus Wade got overturned. A bunch of things are going wrong with the world. I'm going back to work. I'm thinking that I might have to sacrifice going to work one day in order to successfully make it there and back on the amount of money that I have left. It's just been a colossal problem. And I feel, after everything that I've been through this year, that I don't want to share anything else. It's hard to put in words because I feel like I go through a lot of effort to make this video. Like, I didn't have to make this video. I could have just went to sleep, but like I'm dedicated to doing these random things that make me feel better and give me this sense of center in the world. Because I feel despite feeling like being hopeful is something that hurts me in the end, that trying to persevere is the thing that I appreciate the most about my life. Because, like, I wanted plenty of things to be different this year. I wanted things to work out with Grell. I wanted my car to be fixed. I thought when I got $3,000 loan that my car would be fixed forever. I thought when I applied for that original refinancing that I'd be able to get ahead of my bills. I thought that like working consistently would be a good thing. I thought that caring about my medical health would mean that I'd be getting better. Like I feel at every turn, I constantly I've become more and more hopeful that things will get better. Because holding on to faith is the thing that allows people to persevere in life. I don't know. But like I just feel in so many ways that I just don't have it in me occasionally. And I want to, but like having weeks like this and like last week happen and just feel like it does get beaten out of you to think that being hopeful means that you're setting yourself up for something to let you down. And with everything that I've hoped that will get better not working out so far, the fact that I keep holding on to the belief that things can get better happen to be the things that I enjoy holding on to. I'm tired. That may not make sense. I don't know. I want to get this video done so I can get it up, so I can put it into Premiere, so I can put it onto YouTube and be done with it. I am tired. I am sad. And I feel defeated. But I know this. I know that my family really, really wants to help me, and people are concerned about my life choices. I know that friend that I don't talk to that often went above and beyond his his way to show me that he got married and he wanted me to know and be a part of that in some way. I know that Phoenix is struggling with his own problems, but he's super concerned about how I'm dealing with my life. And I've gotten very, very small glimpses into the fact that people are concerned about me. And I guess in some ways people want things better for me. It's super easy for me to be like, everything is bad and things are not going to get better. And I think that it's very easy for me, due to the amount of loss and heartache that I've been through this year, to keep that opinion. But I have to persevere. I have to believe. I have to push forward in the belief that these things will change and they will get better. Because I cannot hold on to the belief that this has to be my life now. It just can't be my life now. That's it. I have no idea what next week will bring me or how it will greet me. I know that I'm going to have to either sacrifice a day of work or I'm going to have to just walk for 3 hours one direction, then work for 10 hours straight, then walk for 3 hours on top of that in order to keep surviving and make more things work in my life. And I don't know. But that's it. I hope your week was better than mine. I really do. Besides my friend announcing that he got married to me and showing me a video, my week's been kind of weird and bad. And hopefully it'll get better. But if you're interested to know how next week went or how things are going for me, I invite you to come back next Sunday, where I will make another video and I will update you about my life, and it will be honest and truthful like this is, despite how tired I am, because this is something that I enjoy doing. Until next week.